Maybe there is that barrier, or well, that psychological kind of feeling that, hey, this is our waste, this is our garbage, like we don't want anything to do with this. That's probably one of the biggest misconceptions. It's that compost is gross. Well, it doesn't have to be. It's a part of our ecosystem, and it can be used for a lot of good. We don't really live in areas that allow for easy composting. You're living, say, on the 42nd story of an apartment building, and you're not close to the land, or you may not have an outdoor area. So storing food waste can become, quite the challenge. It's got odors. It attracts pests. That's one of the major challenges of trying to create that compost in an affordable manner too. There's devices that can be bought that can create compost indoors, but affordability-wise, space-wise, do we have the space for it indoors? All these constraints, I think, really make it tough to compost in an urban environment. What Compy does, it's really adding balance to your food waste. Food waste is being broken down by microorganisms. So what Compy does, it balances the diet of those microorganisms. So now they have a balanced diet, and instead of producing these kind of harsh odors, they produce no harsh odors. Food waste is very high in nitrogen. Compy itself is very high in carbon. And what it tries to do is it tries to offset that high nitrogen content. When it mixes in and the food starts to break down, you reduce fruit flies and insects and rodents that are attracted to the compost bin. If you look at soil or compost that you may find on a farm, it can smell quite nice. It's quite earthy. It doesn't stink, it's light, it's fluffy, it's not sludge. So that's what Compy is trying to achieve. We're at UBC Farm right now, and this is where I came up with the initial idea for Compy. I think one of the great things about being at UBC was the fact that it had a really big organic waste collection program and a composting facility that was aimed at reducing waste and reusing it in the form of soil. Compy really started in the dorm room where we were separating our organic waste, trying to look for a solution to really get rid of the odors and make composting indoors a little more natural. If you look back over the past 15 years, why people didn't compost, I think it wasn't really viable. The interesting part is now the infrastructure is there, things have been provided, bins by cities have been provided to the people. So now it's really up to the people to understand what can go into your compost bin. Canada's actually been quite a leader in it. Like Metro Vancouver has it, Toronto area also has it. Calgary's coming on with the program next year. You look down throughout California, Oregon, and Washington, a lot of municipalities have a very similar program of organic waste collection. And then scattered throughout the US, even New York, there's programs up and coming. So it's definitely a growing trend. It's quite interesting to see, and whether it will continue to spread. One of the interesting things too with composting organic waste, you get to see that, hey, this is how much waste I'm producing. There's so much waste being produced, especially within North America. So by utilizing that waste and turning it into, soil to grow crops or other type of agricultural products, and then also using it for energy to power lights. A lot of people are becoming very conscious of a sustainable planet and what that means and what it means for future generations. And composting is quite an easy way to do it and to help with that movement from an over-consuming capitalistic society to a more sustainable capitalistic society.